my biological children, my spiritual children, and even my God children. One of the things that I always want to see them do is excel greater than I could and greater than I have. I'm still building. And in the building process, I am building to put things into position so that not only will my children have what they need to begin to build on, but they will also have so that they can continue to build even greater on what it is that I am building. And not just my biological children, but my spiritual children, my God children, the children that God put under my care for whatever reason. I want to see them excel and do greater. Jesus said, greater work shall we do in his name. When we look at the scripture, one of the things we could say a lot of things about David. David as a father, David had a dysfunctional family, David being the king, he was a runaround, he was an adulterer, all of these things that David was. But one thing you can't say, when David got ready to leave this earth, David left a legacy with instructions for Solomon. And not only did he leave all of the tools and everything for Solomon to build the temple, but he left enough wisdom and enough of whatever Solomon needed to not only build the temple, but also to build a house, a palace for himself, and have enough that when he married Pharaoh's daughter, who he came into allies with Pharaoh, he didn't bring Pharaoh's daughter into his house. He built a house for Pharaoh's daughter. So he had what they say in the South, buku, money in place. Many of us are building for ourselves and building to gain for ourselves. But the kingdom is, we should be building so that our children and our children's children have something to continue to build on, to make the kingdom greater. Those of us who represent the kingdom, those of us who preach the kingdom, those of us who are a part of the kingdom, our job as kingdom ambassadors, representatives, king's kids, are to build and to get to a higher state than where we are, so that we set a higher bar for our children to be able to surpass and have exceedingly and abundantly above all that they are able to ask, think, or even imagine that they could build on top of and add more unto the kingdom. That is our kingdom assignment. Like it or not, people don't like when you talk like this, but like it or not, we are called to the kingdom to extend the kingdom and make the kingdom greater than any other kingdom. Let us stop being selfish and not wanting other people to surpass us and do anything greater than we do, and we're jealous and envious and things of that nature. I expect for my spiritual children to outgrow me. I expect for my children to be greater. That's an honor to me. I expect for my godchildren to grow up and be great in everything that they put their hands to flourish, to build the kingdom. I expect it. How about you? What are you expecting from your children? From your spiritual children? From your godchildren? And these could be spiritual godchildren. What are you expecting when you leave here? What kind of legacy are you leaving behind? Do you have instructions that you are leaving behind? A legacy that you are leaving behind? Do you expect them to build greater and to be greater? Right now, I'm not where I need to be, but I have a plan. I'm building everything that I need to bring forward before I leave here, so that there is a high bar and a great expectation for my children and my spiritual children and my God children to continue to build on. What are you building? This is Let's Talk Kingdom. So let's talk kingdom.